Picture this. Kendrick Lamar just dropped his new album, and the internet is straight up losing it.
What in the...
Y nos ponemos a llorar.
Oh, that's about to get spooky.
Memes are everywhere, playlists are getting updated at light speed, and fans are having full-on meltdowns.
Somebody gotta do it. I made them niggas mad. Somebody gotta do it. If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for?
Oh, I gotta switch.
But let's be real, this isn't some overnight sensation. Kendrick has been running the game for over a decade. Whether you're just vibing to his hits or dissecting every lyric, one thing's for sure. Kendrick Lamar isn't just in the Rap Hall of Fame, he's the greatest. And today, we're diving into why that's not even up for debate.
Don't need no introduction, no ad-libbing my name 100 times for nothing. You already know, it's K.Dot, city of Compton.
Let's call it like it is. Most artists can't keep up with Kendrick. They might drop a couple of bangers, but then it's downhill. Mediocre albums or complete flops. Not Kendrick. He's been serving straight fire from Section 80 to Good Kid, M.A.A.D City to his latest masterpiece, Y.H.N.I.C.
Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up.
Every project isn't just good, it's groundbreaking. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth was born on June 17, 1987 in Compton, California. His parents, Paula and Kenny Duckworth, had moved there from Chicago, chasing better opportunities. But Compton in the late 80s and 90s was rough. Gangs, violence, poverty. It was all part of the backdrop of Kendrick's childhood. Even with all that chaos, Kendrick's parents did their best to keep him away from gang life. His dad had been in the streets back in Chicago, but left that behind to give Kendrick a shot at something better.
It was like Boys in the Hood. You remember Boys in the Hood? Trey and his pops? Yeah. Trey and his pops. That was my pops. But my pops wasn't as righteous. My pops was still, you know what I mean?
Still, Kendrick soaked in the stories and struggles around him, reflecting on just how close his family was to the edge. Then came the moment in 1995 when he saw Dr. Dre and Tupac filming California Love.
We are out here at the California Love video. Dr. Dre, Tupac.
It lit a spark. As Kendrick later said, whether I knew it or not, that moment branched me off to what I'm doing now. Growing up, Kendrick wasn't the loudest kid in the room. He was the one watching and listening. His mom saw something special early on and encouraged him to write.
How did I decide? Really just listen to music in my household my whole life. It came to that point where I just felt like I wanted to do it too. And the first time I heard my voice play back through the speakers, I was addicted, so.
By his teenage years, Kendrick was penning poetry and lyrics that captured the raw truth of his environment. At 16, Kendrick started rapping under the name K.Dot and dropped his first mixtape, Youngest Head N.Y.A. in Charge, Hub City Threat, Minor of the Year, in 2003. It didn't blow up, but it showed off his raw talent. Top Dawg Entertainment, TDE, saw the potential and signed him immediately. At TDE, Kendrick put in the work. While other kids were out partying, he was in the studio, grinding. He wasn't interested in rapping about flashy cars or stacks of cash. His music was about real life, his life. By 2010, Kendrick dropped the K.Dot persona and started using his real name, marking a shift in his artistry.
I can stand in a pool of gasoline, lighting the blunt and never catch on fire. How come? You silly motherfucker, I'm fire.
That year, he released Overly Dedicated, a mixtape that showed off his storytelling skills and deep introspection. By now, Kendrick's name was buzzing, and none other than Dr. Dre took notice. Yup, the same Dre who inspired Kendrick as a kid became his mentor. In 2011, Kendrick dropped Section 80, his first studio album. It tackled heavy themes like systemic racism and the crack epidemic, issues that defined his generation.
Just in case.
Up-tempo track on.
Right.
Get ready. Smash.
Tracks like ADHD gave voice to the struggles of young people stuck in cycles of despair. Kendrick wasn't glamorizing the streets, he was shining a light on their harsh reality. In 12, Good Kid, M.A.A.D City wasn't just an album, it was a cinematic masterpiece. The storytelling, flawless. The beats, unmatched. Kendrick painted a vivid picture of growing up in Compton, with tracks like Swimming Pools, Drank, and M.A.A.D City becoming instant classics. Forget Poetic Justice, Drake might have been a feature, but Kendrick owned it. The album went platinum and cemented Kendrick as a force in the industry. Just when we thought we had Kendrick figured out, he flipped the script. In 2015, To Pimp a Butterfly dropped, and it wasn't just an album, it was a revolution. Mixing jazz, funk, and rap, Kendrick dove deep into identity, race, and the human experience. All right, became an anthem for resilience, and King Kunta had everyone feeling unstoppable.
Let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. But pretty, it's the highlight. I tell my mama I love her, but this what I like, Lord knows.
And that poem that unfolds throughout the album, pure genius. By the end, you're in a surreal conversation with Tupac. It's mind-blowing. With Damn, Kendrick proved he could dominate both the charts and our hearts. From the high-octane DNA to the iconic Humble, this album was everywhere. It works at a party, in the car, or during a solo deep dive into life. And let's not forget, this album won a Pulitzer. A Pulitzer.
Awarded to Damn by Kendrick Lamar, capturing the complexity of modern African-American life. Congratulations, Kendrick Lamar.
Name another rapper who's done that. We'll wait. Here's the bottom line. Kendrick Lamar isn't just a rapper. He's a poet, a storyteller, and a cultural icon. He's given us music that makes us think, feel, and sometimes cry. His consistency, creativity, and courage to tackle tough topics set him apart. Kendrick isn't just in a league of his own. He is the league.
Did you hear that, Kendrick?
Yes. My apologies. I thought my time was up.